So I decided to finally do an airplane because there were a couple comments about it. A couple. Thank you so much for all the comments and likes and subscriptions and everything. It means the world to me. So like always, let me know down below what you want me to build. So the body of this airplane is 70 blocks long and it's 7 blocks high and 7 blocks wide. Apart from the front part here, which is a little bit higher, but you can see that yourself. It's not that hard to follow. So I'm creating the whole shape of the body first so that I can work with it and put some wings on it and put all the tail wing and everything. It's gonna look really nice. So I have to create the entire shell of the body first, and then I will put on some wings on it and make it look actually like an airplane, because now it's just a floating piece of metal. So what we want to do here is we want to create a nice circular shape, obviously because the airplane is not square, and we're going to do that all the way from the front to the back. Now right now I'm actually outlining the wing. It's very easy too, it's just on a perfect 45-degree angle, and then the back side of the wing has a little bend in it, but it's not that hard to recreate. Now I'm gonna actually finish on the body, so we actually made it all the way around using some stairs and just some full quartz block. By the way, this is all made in quartz materials, so slabs, full blocks, and stairs. Really easy. So the back here at the bottom is very gradually going up with some slabs. Now it's actually pretty hard. I have to make that circular shape nice and smooth, like going smaller towards the tail. It's really hard to explain, and you can't do it the first time, trust me. You just want to practice this. Just do it a couple times, and every time you will get better. It's just a feeling, and you can always click in place and destroy and do anything you want, because this is not final. You can just redo it over if it sucks. And for this time lapse, of course, I have to do it sort of right in the first time, but you don't have to do that. You can just practice, and if it's wrong, get rid of a part and then just redo it. Because I see loads of comments of people saying I should not use worldedit, I'm trying to do most of this as I can without it, but doing something left and right is simply just a time waste to me. So I copy things I do on the right side over to the left side, basically to save some time. I don't want you guys to view the same thing twice, so I will do it manually on one side and then copy it over to the other side. Now here I'm doing the exact same as on the back. This one is a little bit easier though, because the circle, the middle, actually stays in line with the rest. It doesn't go up or down. So this plane has a cockpit that sticks out a little bit on the top. So in this case I made it, I think, 1.5 blocks higher than the rest of the plane, and it looked quite good to me. Now you also want to, of course, make the shape different on the side. You want to include that little bit of height, and you want to make it a little bit taller. Now I'm going to really improve the side over there because it didn't look right to me at all. So I'm just adding and removing some stairs and slabs and making the circular shape look nicer, because you can just keep playing with this. It's not like a final thing like I said on the back. So you just want to keep playing until it looks right. Now we're going to be building the engines, and they're really easy. Just a 3x3 square box, basically, with a gap in the middle, a tube, and the corners are stairs. Really easy. You want to attach that to the plane with a simple slab that goes along the underside of the wing, and then that's done. Very quickly I also increased the angle of the wings a little bit. I made them stick out a little bit to the top, because obviously these wings have to hold down the body weight of the plane itself while flying. That's why they sort of bend upwards. Now we're going to be making the second motor on that in a second, but first I need to fill in this entire thing. It's about 1 block thick, so even if you go down a slab, you want to include a slab on the bottom so that it's still 1 block thick. Now I'm going to make this more into a round shape, so you want to remove and add a little bit of slabs near the edge, and also add on the bottom in the middle to make it look thicker towards the center, because that's where the wings are more thick, and then on the outside you want to make it less thick. The engines are about evenly split across the wing, and the second one is going to be 1 block higher than the other one, basically because the wing is bending upwards, so I made it 1 block higher to sort of simulate that wing bending over a bit. It looked way nicer than having it a block down. So also, once again, this is really easy. Just attach it with a slab, and we're going to actually make some cobwebs behind this to give out some smoke so that it actually looks like it's flying and gives out some smoke. I know that not all airplanes have this amount of smoke coming out of their engines, and it's probably a bad thing if you have like a huge smoke cloud like this coming out of it, but it's okay. It looks kind of cool, and I decided during the time lapse that I wanted to make this, and I liked the idea. So I'm also making a wing tail, sort of, if that's what it's called, a little side wing that sticks up. It looks really nice, and I did lots of designs, ended up with that one. It looked really cool. I'm still actually creating the smoke, but now for the other engine, so we're just placing down a lot of cobweb, and then now I'm actually going to fly through and click a bunch of times so that it's not the whole single piece of smoke. It has like gaps and it floats a bit outwards so that it's not a single piece, and it looks way better. Now we're also going to be making right now the stabilizers on the tail of the wing. So first is the horizontal stabilizer, and then later on we're going to do the vertical one pointing to the top. So I just made that very quickly, going outwards on a 45-degree angle once again, rounded the edges off, and that's it. Really simple, just one block thick. Now we're going to make the one that sticks up, so the vertical one, and it's actually quite large. This one is 10 blocks high, also once again at a 45-degree angle on the front there, and the back has a couple segments, about 3. Now I wanted to increase the angle that that little wing was on, so I made it actually a little bit thicker on the right side and then added onto the bottom there to make it look like it goes more upwards and it sticks out a little bit more. Now of course this plane needs a bunch of windows, and a really nice trick in Minecraft, just use a staircase. It has a 1/4 block gap and it made it perfect for this, which basically means you have a 50 by 50 window centimeters, which is okay, which is kind of nice. Now we also have to make a couple doors in this, a couple entrances to enter the plane, and there's one on the back, one in the front, and one in the middle of the wing. I know sometimes big airplanes have 2 on the wing, 2 exits, but I chose just for 1. It's okay. Now the cockpit over here is gonna have a lot of glass. I also quickly added some dark wool in the center there in the middle of the cockpit because I don't want people to view the inside. I just want it to be dark because I'm not gonna make the inside over here. So I was just playing around with the nose a little bit to make it look better because I want this window to be larger than the other ones. And actually right here I decided to take that away again and to make the nose a little bit more pointy and have the window stick out a little bit. I thought in the end that this actually looked way nicer than having a very tiny window. Now I'm gonna copy the right side over to the left side with some basic worldedit commands. I'll put them in the description because you guys keep asking for them, so I'll put them down below. Also, if you have any questions about worldedit, just post them down below in the comments, and there's lots of people that can help you, including me. I read every single comment and I answer every single comment. So like you saw, I was giving this plane some nice little color effects because just why it looks plain and boring. Get that joke? Plain, boring? That was not funny, Nick. Bye. And for the finishing touches, I was just adding a bunch of buttons. You can see them on the wings right there. I also put some on the bottom and actually didn't make anything for the wheels because basically while flying you wouldn't see them. That was my guess, so I didn't do them, and it's done. This thing is done, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please drop a like rating and let me know down below what you want me to build next. That would mean a lot to me. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more awesome stuff like this. I'm trying to post more, but 2 a week is sort of what I'm capable of right now. I hope you guys understand. I will try and do my best to create as many as I can for you. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.